Hey, good morning, guys. This morning we got a unit in with an issue. It did not want to accelerate. It wouldn't do more than 15, 20 miles an hour. Well, by the looks of it, it seems to me that it's starvation. It's not getting enough fuel, so we're going to go ahead and start with the basic. Check the fuel filter bowl, and if we have to, we'll go ahead and take a look at that supply pump. So let me go ahead and show you guys. This one here, guys, is a DT466. It's in a 2006 CE bus. So basically, this is the fuel filter case. We can go ahead and remove this cap and look at the filter, see if it's covered in filth or what. We're going to go ahead and check the primer pump, and we're going to go ahead and check the supply pump. These have a strainer in the bottom. This strainer most of the time gets clogged up with a bunch of crap. This is fuel comes into the from the tank to the motor. This is the first place it hits. This is strainer, got like a little sift in here. From here it goes up into the case, swirls around the filter, and then goes in through the center, comes back out to your supply, and then from your supply, of course, back into the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and check all those areas and see if we can find the problem with this one. Like I said, guys, so we didn't use a scanner or nothing, but it feels like it's starving for fuel. Well, guys, I think we found the problem. I'm still going to go ahead and, I'm going to replace this filter, remove the strainer, clean the strainer out, and I'm going to go ahead and clean out all this filter case. Make sure that the inside doesn't have any debris, but you can see, look at all that junk in there, dude. Huh? Diesel's coming out brown. You see that? Yeah. This unit's giving us trouble because of the dirty filter case. So let me go ahead and get the strainer off and drain this bowl. So guys, let me go ahead and get this little strainer. It's that one right there. This little white cap. Let me show you. It's that little white cap and this little black spin on. Well, guys, we already know that the filter's pretty filthy. I mean, it's has to be replaced. That's a given right there. I mean, we know that for sure. You see, there's crap on there. Look at the sludge. Yeah. I don't know if the fuel tank is just full of junk and it's messing up the filters way before their time, or if they forgot to change this on the last service. This is a little nut at the bottom of the strainer. I don't know if you guys can see, but I think it's full of crud in there. I can just imagine what the strainer is going to look like. Oh, it doesn't look that bad, guys. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. Look at that, guys. And they wonder why the unit didn't want to move. Well, this is going to be our issue. I'm still going to check that little primer pump and the supply pump just to make sure they're okay, but I think we found our problem. This is a little too much. I think somebody forgot to clean this out on the last service, so I don't think it's something new. So let me go ahead and get these cleaned out and put it back together and take it for a little run, see what it does. Well, look at that, guys. That filter casing has, I don't know, maybe what, 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch of sludge in the bottom. All that is what's causing the issue. So let me go ahead and get this cleaned out, and now this unit's going to function properly just with a filter, guys. There's no need to check the pump or nothing like that. It's just a filter. Now, where's all this sludge coming from?
Of course, only place it can come in from is a fuel tank, but this is a sign that this unit has not been serviced in a while. So let me get this clean. Well guys, as you can see, all that chocolatey brown gunk at the bottom, it's roughly, I don't know, a quarter to half an inch thick. Is not normal, so let me go ahead and scoop all that junk out, or whatever I can, so I can show you how much junk I'm going to pull out of there. Alright? Well guys, I'm going to say that this is 100 times cleaner. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you what mess or what junk we pulled out of that crevice. And this is only part of it, guys. I couldn't get all of it out, but look at that. That's my finger, and look at all that junk. The rest of it I sprayed it out, kind of liquefied it, and it drained out the little valve. So I'm gonna say this was the issue. So let me go ahead and put this thing back together and start it up, take it for a drive, and see what it does. Filter here is a Napa Gold 3719. That's all for this unit. It's an 06. So filter case. Let me get this O-ring real quick, guys. Get this O-ring off of the filter base. Install the new one. Well guys, we got the little O-ring in place. So this is ready. And we get our little strainer. Pull this O-ring off of it also. Install the new one. I mean, you can get away with not replacing the O-rings, but guys, one little fray or crack or scratch on a seal, you might get a fuel leak, and you're gonna have to take this thing apart just to get to that O-ring again. So might as well just replace them now. And we cleaned that one out, cleaned this one out, so we're ready to put this thing back together, guys. Strainer cup goes here in the bottom, guys. .15/16 wrench. There's that. And then we have this little cap. This thing has two little holes in the side. Whenever you loosen it, that's where the fuel drains through. Well, as you remember, this thing was just completely clogged with mud. those two breather holes were completely clogged. So we got them as clean as we could. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in its place. Alright, now we close off this valve. Hold on. Little pickup valve, close it off. Loosen up this little primer pump. And this little hand pump, it's actually drawing diesel from the fuel tank, and we got to get that bowl full. I don't like starting them with an empty bowl. Air gets trapped in there, vapor lock or air bubbles create. Oh, let me show you the inside of the filter so you can see. Well guys, I use a hand pump to kind of fill that filter case up. That way when the unit starts up, you don't have to worry about purging or bleeding it too much. I mean, it's almost that should be enough. Take the new filter and the cap, push it in slowly. Don't tighten it up yet. Use the little hand pump again, and you'll see fuel just kind of bubble up off from the sides of that filter cap. There we go, guys. So this filter canister is full of diesel. Tighten it up. And we should be ready to crank this over. Oh, now it's a white cup, guys. Now I had to get a nice tea, so now they're serving us at Walmart. They're using these white cups. I guess ran out of the blue cups. I just wanted to show you guys all the junk that was inside that filter case. Look at that, guys. I had rinsed this drain pan before using it on that unit, and look at that. Look at that. It's kind of, it's really bad, really gunky. And look at this. That is some of the junk that I pulled out of it with that straw that I bent. And this is the filter that came off of it. Look at it, guys. Yep, so this was the problem. I'm kind of glad we caught it and addressed it. So that's it for this unit. Consider this one done and ready for routes. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this one done. Thank you for watching, and if you can, like and subscribe.